You can talk to half this room and like 30% of the room probably has a rotator cuff tear and doesn't know it. This was an acute injury, so it was pretty severe for me. I mean, I've known about stem cells. I've been excited about stem cells since like 2011. I would say about 3 to 4 months post the shoulder injections, I was doing overhead. I was doing incline strength exercises, and I became stronger than I was well before any of the issues started with my shoulder. It's tenfold increase, and that's not like, I'm not exaggerating. It was a big difference. I virtually have sick joints, right? I have psoriatic arthritis and pseudo gout, so like I'll get calcium deposits really bad. And it just feels like my knees are getting tore apart. Like I was draining my knees a lot, like once or twice a month. And I tore 3 of them, but I don't know. I think one of them was like a 50% tear, which is manageable. But the other 2 were over 70%, so they were very bad tears. You can talk to half this room and like 30% of the room probably has a rotator cuff tear and doesn't know it. This was an acute injury, so it was pretty severe for me. I was able to get through a fight with it, but obviously like beating it up for another couple weeks was pretty rough. And I had already, before that injury, I had already kind of resigned to never being able to do like incline bench press or like any kind of pressing movement. I mean, it was rough. Yeah, I mean, it affects your everyday life, let alone being an athlete. Like that, you know, obviously magnifies it because I'm laying down excess damage. It's hard no matter what. If you're unhappy physically, it's gonna be a hard life. I mean, I've known about stem cells. I've been excited about stem cells since like 2011. You get a lot of people hesitant to want to go to Tijuana or go to Mexico, and I don't really see a difference, but they take care of you so well. They're getting you at the hotel. They're getting you across the border. They're getting you to the hospital. They're taking you everywhere you need to go. It is a hospital owned by Americans. They're gonna make sure it's at least at American standards. But honestly, it's above that, in my opinion. To be very frank, like it's well above American standards. The very first time I did it, there was a sense of well-being, especially with I believe probably the IVs and NAD treatments and stuff like that, pretty immediately. Some of the NAD stuff, like it definitely does like kind of rev your engine up a little bit. It kind of brings back a little bit of youth. So I did notice that pretty much right out the gate because I did a full week of NAD treatments that first time. So that was like immediate, but I would say like real, like hard evidence, like, oh man, the joint itself has improved probably about 6 or 7 weeks. It's tenfold increase, and that's not like, I'm not exaggerating. It was a big difference. I would say about 3 to 4 months post the shoulder injections, I was doing overhead. I was doing incline strength exercises, and I became stronger than I was well before any of the issues started with my shoulder. So that was kind of shocking to me. Like I didn't expect to ever do like incline bench press again and like a lot of overhead motions, and I'm stronger now than I was prior. So it was a big jump. Don't wait. I've waited a few times where I really regretted it. I waited a little bit too much with this knee because I have personal like life stuff going on, and I wish I would have just got here. So don't wait. What for? It's not gonna get better if you wait. It's definitely gonna get worse, and then the improvement's gonna be less. They're not trying to heal you in the US. It's not a secret, you know. And like US healthcare is all about management. We're gonna keep you on this medicine for the next 20 years, but you're gonna be fine. Minus things that the side effects of medicine has. It kind of hurts my head a little bit when you see people are like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's like, it's right there, at least try.